Well, welcome to the Queens of the DMV. I'm your co-host, Cher Castillo. I'm here today with Arnita Greene.
Hello.
And my other co-host, Arial Pegues.
Hey.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, Arial. How you doing?
And as always, you can find us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. We have special guests today. We have the gentlemen that own the grooming store, Kevin and Rhon. And we're so excited to have you guys here today. Please tell the audience a little bit about yourselves and where they can find you on social media.
Sure. So my name is Kevin Morris. I'm CEO of Grooming Store. We have two locations, one in Arlington, Virginia, as well as one in Ashburn, Virginia. And you can reach us on the web at www.groomingstore.com.
And also our Instagram handle is at the Grooming Store. And for the Boston Quarter Store, it should be Grooming Store BQ.
Sweet. Great. So how did you guys meet and how did you get the grooming store started and what is the grooming store?
All right, so I think I can handle that. Yeah, so just a little background. So I owned a barbershop, actually a unisex hair salon in Ashburn that I opened about 11 years ago. And over the years, I saw the men's grooming market just expand, going from $10 to $15 haircuts to $40 to $50 services. And I also noticed that the hair trending was changing as far as the haircuts, the beard market was growing. And I also noticed that products were actually moving like crazy. I mean, we were getting people that was coming in from all over to buy certain beard products that we only carried. So I was like, hey, I'm on to something here. However, I wasn't in the bucket of the places that were making millions, like the Great Clips, the Sport Clips, and the hair cutteries. Mm-hmm. However, I was ranked pretty high on Yelp. I mean, we were having who's who in the area coming by, such as Redskin players and staff and things of that nature. Professional comedians were coming out and getting haircuts. So I linked up with this guy, which I've known for about 20 some years. We actually went to college together. And I've always respected Rhon from an entrepreneur perspective. So we started thinking about it and said, what can make us compete with these other guys? And basically we came up with the thing that we need to create a brand, right? A simplified brand. So that's where the grooming store came in about 4 years ago.
That's awesome. So when someone walks into the grooming store, what can they expect?
All right, so one thing that makes us different than other just barbershops, we really focus on products, from hair care to skin care, beard care, as well as tools. So when you come in, you get the entire experience for grooming for men, where we educate you on what type of skin products you should be using. What should you use in your hair? Are you using stuff with a lot of alcohol? Do you need something with shea butter that's a little less rough on your hair? So right now we're trying to train and educate men on taking care of themselves. Mm-hmm. As an African American, and even some Caucasians, they deal with razor bumps. A lot of that comes from not using the proper skincare products, mm-hmm. or really just taking care of your skin entirely. So we kind of teach that whole full life cycle of managing yourself from a grooming perspective.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And have you seen, you said you've seen the industry change in terms of, what I guess men have typically wanted going into a barbershop. So the grooming store is more of a concierge lounge type of experience when you go there?
So, I mean, it's definitely an experience, While we do traditional cut, straight razor and things of that nature, it's just the atmosphere. Most barbershops are a guys club, but believe it or not, we have women that come here and get services as well. And they love it. I mean, they love the appointment-based system that we have. They love the online booking. We also introduced a new concept called Grooming Girls, which Rhon is going to talk about as well, where men are actually coming and getting facials and massages. We want to be pampered too. We want to be pampered too. And to be honest, it's really been focused on women. You have the Sephoras, You have the altars. So we have our own altar called Grooming Store.
I love it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to get all my Father's Day gifts when I'm there.
We already said it. And I love that you said that men want to be pampered too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I think men tend to want to be pampered at home by their women, and they don't want to go out. So I love the Grooming Girl concept.
Mm-hmm.
Rhon, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I say about 3 months ago now, a member of our team, Selena, who you all know, Selena Alexander, we were talking one day, and she really started to talk about how can we get more men to be comfortable receiving facials and whatnot. We've always, had facials offered here, but sometimes men aren't as excited about being receiving that facial from barbers, as you may imagine. So we thought that offering consultation and service from a woman might be, I guess, more desirable for a man to do, make him feel a little more comfortable.
Right.
So that's what we did, and I mean, honestly, it's been a huge success. We watched our sales skyrocket.
Wow.
That is awesome.
And we have a little pause. Hopefully they're coming back.
They're coming back.
Yeah, we just came back. Did you guys the last thing?
So the Grooming Girls. So these are beautiful women that are providing or actually conducting the services.
Yes. They're actually. So to give you a brief synopsis of what happens, the guy comes in. He is consulted by a grooming girl who's on staff in the store. She talks to them about their skin type. Gets a little background information on their current skin care regimen. They fill out a waiver, and then they begin the service. We have a menu of really great services to select from. So they choose one, sit down, and in about 10 minutes they're asleep. That's typically the way it goes.
I love it. I mean, my fiance, he will not go and get a facial. He will not do any, and he always says, he's like, I don't want no dude touching me. I'm like, why does it have to be a dude?
Well, now he has the option. See, isn't that awesome?
Well, he's gonna be there tomorrow night, or was it Thursday night? Thursday night, and he's going to receive some services. So I might not be able to stop him from going back and back.
We hope that's the case.
And
so
it's fun.
So Rhon, I have a question. What is your best-selling product?
Best-selling product. This is difficult for me because I'm a product guy. I love skincare products, always have. So to force me to choose one is going to be difficult. So I could probably name a few. Of my favorite products. So I'll tell you one of our best sellers. One of our best selling products is a Scotch Porter line. The men in here simply love this product. They pick it up all the time. They put it in their beard. It's an entire skin sort of beard care system that is used in here. So I'd say that's probably one of our best selling products.
If you don't mind, I'd like to tackle that question as well. So one of the things we did when we came up with the whole what type of products we want to carry, we actually did our research and looked for some of the brands, and we looked for their best-selling products. For instance, if Scotch Porter focused on beards, we carried their beard products. We didn't carry their deodorant, right? Because their specialty is beards. While Jet Black, they focus on skincare. So, of course, we went with Jet Black for skincare. So we took that same approach with everything that we carry. So we may carry a product, but we won't carry the whole line because we're really focused on. So really to answer your question, I mean, all our products are best-selling products.
Well, it's great because I feel like, there's this preconceived idea with men that they don't have to take care of their skin. So you guys are giving, not only the products, or selling the products, but you're also educating men on skin, which historically really hasn't been done, especially men of color. I mean, that's even harder segment to tap into.
Yeah, I totally
You know,
agree.
they think that, oh, it's, so girly to
Yeah,
take care of
exactly.
your skin, but I didn't know. I mean, they have skin too, so why
Exactly.
is it a girly thing?
And honestly, I think that's what makes our brand stand out too, and it differentiates us from just a standard barbershop. Is our ability to connect with people in a different way, to be able to talk to them about a holistic regimen. So not just to come in here and get a nice fade, but also take care of your skin as well.
Yeah.
And I think it takes the load off you women too,
Yeah.
so you can enjoy
I
your
agree.
thing, looking and smelling fresh.
I agree.
I don't know about y'all ladies, but I like for a night. So my husband has a beard, but I like for the beard to smell nice. I like for it to feel nice, especially if you're gonna rub it on my face. Those are some things that I like about facial hair,
Right.
personally. So this service, I'm definitely gonna get him that for Father's Day. And we're gonna see how that goes. But he's
Okay.
excited. He'll be there on Thursday as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
So one thing that also makes us different is everything that we sell, we also use in our back bar as well. So that's also an opportunity for men to use the product during their service. We also have a area where you can actually try the products. We have a bunch of testers out. So again, we're not really just forcing you to buy the products. We want to make sure that you can touch it, smell it, use it first, then you buy it. And
That's awesome.
you can't do that online.
No, no, you can't. So how do you both stay updated on the latest tools and trends?
What was that? How do we stay up on the latest tools and trends?
Yeah, tools and trends. Yeah.
Right. So we try to stay plugged into trade magazines and things like that. I mean, there's also there's always magazines that are catered specifically for this industry. So there's a lot of research, a lot of online research that goes into this as well. Staying in close communication with our vendors too, right? All the brands. I think right now we have about 25 brands that we carry. So we talk to the reps on a constant basis, monthly basis. Will probably be the shortest interval, and just making sure that we know what new products they have that are coming out in their line, and what we think will work with our customer.
Definitely.
So what are some hot trends in fades and hair and braids right now? Like, or not braids, beards.
Well, it's been a huge beard wave over the last, I would probably say 6 years or so. I cut a lot of CEOs, and now they're growing beards. You have people in the military, and government agency growing beards. That didn't exist 10 years ago. And I think it's because of, what you're seeing on TV. You get a lot of athletes that are wearing certain haircuts. You got the Bryce Harpers in baseball. COVID, a lot of people during COVID. So we were selling tons of beard products even when the doors were shut, selling stuff online. So a lot of it's driven by, again, what you're seeing on TV.
But you don't have any special requests in terms of, potential or clients walking in and saying, I want this type of fade, or I want this type of beard, or.
Well, the names, I actually cut Rhon. He's more of the product guy and operations. It varies. I had a guy that come in who wanted a box and a red tail.
Yeah, what? What is that?
Like, really? So, some of the older haircuts, a lot of the guys are getting the comb overs with the parts. That was trending for a long time. And definitely beards. Everyone wants a beard, ladies are wearing t-shirts. Connect, so we won't connect either. Stuff like that. So, everyone wants a beard, but we have products that help with beards. Everyone doesn't have a straight, clean beard, so we got beard products that promote growth. We have beard products to get rid of calyx in beards or kinky beards. it out. They like the thicker beards, like Rhon was saying. Scotch Porter is a great product for that. And a lot of people have, they can't grow beards because they have itchy skin and stuff like that. And it's because some of the products that they're using or the skin care stuff. Some of it have too much alcohol. So again, we try to cover the gamut from, sensitive skin to unscented.
Shoot. I like the unscented.
The unscented products move a lot. Because sometimes, you have competing, products competing with colognes that men wear as well.
Right.
So, you want that balance.
Yeah, and a lot of products now, the lines have, they're really clued in on this too. So they're creating a lot of fragrance-free products as well. Whether it be cleansers, toners, moisturizers, the whole nine. They're really aware of some of the people's sensitivity to fragrance. So.
And what about color? Do you guys color beards as well?
We do color. So we have a couple color processes. Of course, some people can go all black or brown. Typically, no one's hair is all the way black, so we do a dark brown.
Right.
And we also have
So do you guys do like the I guess the man wigs?
I knew you were going to ask that question.
I've seen them a lot, like no shade, but I've seen them a lot lately. The guys with the lace, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you, like, if somebody walks in and asks for that, like, are you gonna just like refer them, or do you guys do them?
So, I mean, believe it or not, the men units are very popular these days.
Wow.
We don't do that.
What are they called?
There's a
Units?
bunch of people in the DMV area that actually do focus on.
I had one question for you ladies, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I wanted to know, and I've always wanted to ask a woman this question. What do you think about the man unit?
I don't like it.
Mhm.
Tell me why. I'm curious.
Just leave the wigs and stuff to the women. Like,
Yeah,
if your hairline is receding, cut it off.
I agree.
Don't try to save it.
Do African American men get wig units? Do they get?
Yes.
Yeah.
You haven't seen them, Arnita?
I've never seen an African.
You've seen them. You just don't know you've seen them.
Well,
Right.
that's a good thing then.
Cannot tell.
I'm not gonna walk in the house one day and have a full head of hair. You ain't gonna
Never. He's bald, so he will never.
I've ever seen. I mean, but I've also.
Harvey had one for years. Okay.
I didn't believe it until I started seeing, the guys are actually doing it. However, I mean, I've seen the units work on some patients, though, that,
Not patient.
different issues with their hair falling out. It
Yeah.
helps boost their self-confidence, but
Okay.
the guy in the club, no.
And what if you have a bad head shape? You can't be bald.
Yeah.
The guy in the club, no.
Listen, you got to work with God gave you, and if you, and the hairline
You don't.
moment,
You
just
don't get weaves and-
Bald is beautiful.
Okay.
so.
bald is pretty.
Yes.
Look, I love a bald man.
Yes.
But,
My ex-husband's bald. The new one's about to be. He's bald.
You guys, please stop making Kevin blush right now. Please stop.
I love it.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think
Love
like,
it.
a lot of guys resort to the wig units and hold on to their hairlines because it's within, and they're not realizing that women actually like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only are they doing the hair weaves, they're doing something which they call HD edge-ups, where they actually go in and spray.
Oh,
Was that white line?
Yeah, so
Was that white line around their edge up?
Right.
But it's not even the white line, but it's also a hair particle spray.
Oh wow.
So most of, probably 100% of the guys that you see on TV, that their edge up looks extremely sharp, is because they use this HD edge up. So basically, they spray this powder substance. They put a holding spray down first, then they spray the powder substance. then they edge that up. They edge it up with a straight razor and make it perfect. So
Give us all the
sorry,
secrets,
ladies.
because y'all know about ours. So give us all the secrets.
Exactly. Now we can talk about y'all.
So when they get in bed, does this get all over the sheet?
Perfect beards, and it's not real.
Like if you're sweating, it's not like a Beijing, right?
It's like a Beijing, yes, sort of. Yep, but they've enhanced it to all types of stuff that you can do. So Beijing is more of a color, but there's also, but again, this is like if you go outside and Beijing, to some Beijing, if you go outside in the rain, it's a wrap. You know, it's
Yeah,
stuff
that's gonna melt, right?
Especially now, today.
Yeah. So yeah, you can get it's tricky out here these days. So
It is tricky. We're looking at lace fronts and don't even know it.
lace fronts don't have nothing on the unit.
See. So this leads to the next one. What are we to? So Thursday, what will Thursday be about? This Thursday coming up at the grooming store
With the
Yeah,
queen.
so this is actually a Grooming Girls event on Thursday, and the Grooming Girls will be here, and I believe they're going to be having a conversation with these queens that we're talking to of the DMV, and you know, just having a conversation, you know, just about grooming in general, and then, you know, they'll introduce some of what we do here, you know, in terms of Grooming Girls and the services that we offer and things like that. So it should be a really great event, and a lot of shopping happening as well. So we'll have tons of products for
And you guys have a bunch of giveaways and all kinds of
You know, we
stuff.
like more than just neckties and socks. So we give you guys a
I love it.
I love it.
gift ideas, you know.
I'm excited because we're all bringing out our husbands, so you know they can get pampered and definitely, you know, so we can bring them. They can come back on their own after that.
Thank you. I want them to come back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you know, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We're really excited and, you know, happy that you've invited us to be part of your event at the grooming store. And we look forward to potentially doing lots of business together. You know, queens have kings, so we're going to send all the kings your way.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. We appreciate you guys and for hosting us on this podcast as well.
Absolutely. Well, we will see you Thursday. And as always, thanks for tuning in to the Queens of the DMV. This is Cher Castillo, your co-host, signing off with Arnita, Greene.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Pegues, and our guests from the grooming store, Kevin and Rhon. Thank you so much. And check us out, as always, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Until next time, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.